Well, it's Thursday, the 26th of September, and we've flipped the GarWood over and have started addressing the bottom. And this whole video has one theme. Please, please, please don't ever fiberglass the bottom of your wooden boat. You'll see why. The owner who's having us work on it did not fiberglass. He's not the guilty one, but it's his checkbook that's going to take a big hit. This boat was fiberglassed the entire bottom, and John's showing some of the chunks we've been able to get off so far. But the real disaster is that it's fiberglassed up the top sides part way above the waterline. And the only way we can strip this is to take a heat gun and just start working and softening the fiberglass mat, trying to be careful as we do so that we do not gouge the wood. We're trying to save these bottom planks, and whether we can or not remains to be seen right now.
Well, we have the problem of the resin on top of the wood, between the fiberglass and the wood, that we have to get out of there in order to be able to refinish the sides of the boat. And on this boat, when they fiberglass, they went above the water line right up to the varnished wood. So we have fiberglass and we have resin running right out onto our varnish, and we have to get it all cleaned back to bare wood in order to work on the boat. So here we got a little bit of the fiberglass mat still, along with the resin. But when we get the mat off, we still have this resin that does come off with heat. It's going to be a process to do it. And we got to be real careful we don't gouge the wood.
We tried a scraper, because a scraper would be safer in terms of gouging the wood. But a scraper simply, you have to slice under it. So we're using a putty knife that we've sharpened to a knife edge. And as John is working there, you can see that this is just going to be a slow process. I mean, the entire boat is covered with this garbage. It seems that for the most part, the planks are in reasonable condition beneath it, but that remains to be seen as we keep going. This boat evidently lived most of its life at either Squam or Little Squam Lake in New Hampshire. The lake is notorious for its rocky bottom, and maybe that's the rationale for the fiberglassing, but the stem was also armored with an iron strip that has chewed up the bottom just terribly. You can see the evidence of Squam Lake right here, where the boat must have encountered the bottom, and it's quite clear who won. So we're going to keep working. Maybe in a couple of days, sometime next week, we will have cleaned the bottom of this off. But this is a process we're going to measure in days rather than hours. Normally we can strip the bottom of a boat in 2 guys and a long day. The bottom's completely stripped. Thank goodness this one's only 16 feet long. We have some other interesting challenges as we try to recover this GarWood. You see right here, it looks like the keel is broken through and through. We're not yet sure why this homemade brass plate, patch, whatever it is on the bottom. The skag tells you again that Squam Lake was not friendly to watercraft. So please, unless you want somebody to have to go through what Snake Mountain Boat Works is now going through, and what the owners will have to pay for, unfortunately, don't fiberglass the bottom. It's a lose-lose-lose proposition. Back at you in the next installment.